Is it ready already?
Oh, it's not ready. It's not ready. But I am hitting it. Hold on a sec. There we go.
We sure are live. All right.
Yeah, I know.
Haven't even seen what I look like.
Yeah, I know.
Woo.
But we can't.
Oh, I'm not live yet. Yay.
We can't leave them. We can't leave them hanging. All right, there we go. Gonna zoop that over to the boop.
Do you know?
Gonna zump that to the mump. Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I have to mute myself. Oh, thank goodness you didn't have my camera in yet.
Yeah.
I forgot to mute, but now I'm muted.
There's Chatsylvania.
So fun fact,
Yep.
with the option that you have for your icons with that color wash, settings in OBS look like identical to me. They're not, but like they're very similar.
I see.
And I stared. It took me a solid minute to find OBS on your toolbar. That was a precious minute that put us 2 minutes behind.
You want to know something wild? I just copied the link from the text message you sent me and I pasted it directly into OBS. I don't actually have the window open.
No, you don't need it open.
Wow. Anyway, now you can adjust yourself.
Oof, that was too far.
Application capture. I'm sorry.
Bless you. I feel like I'm still a little blurry, but it's also like rainy outside, and I feel like a rainy day necessitates a blurry me. I guess doesn't necessitate it.
Oh, boy. George, don't we all know how that feels? George says, I will be here until the internet guy turns off the internet to install another internet.
Wild.
Yep. Okay. So, bum, bum, bum. I have an announcement.
Boy, I don't know. What's the announcement?
We have new versions of Pages, so this is my first time using it on the stream. We'll see how it is situated. Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, I will say the D of and is like running into the chat box. Like you can totally see the D, but the serifs are hitting the text box. I don't know what that means when you scroll down in terms of like looking at an actual page of text.
Unacceptable. So I think I just need to move it over. Oh, that's too much. Oh, that's too much.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
There we go. It's,
yeah. So be very careful, I guess, when you're scrolling, not to accidentally.
Yeah. All right. I think we'll leave her there for now.
Okay.
I had a bit of an allergy yesterday, and so I apologize.
So
I really
did
do. I really do hope that's going to be the last sneeze of the stream. That is my hope. That is my wish. A Froris, a frog chorus. Oh. Wow. Danielle, is there any way that you can take like, yeah, obviously not a video recording, but an audio recording to share to Discord? I would love to hear the Froris. To see, you just, and I know that we're going to be talking the whole time, but hopefully you'll be able to hear the Froris from the wheeze.
I mean, if Danielle tells us when the recording is happening, we can like
get it?
Just be silent. Oh, I heard it.
Somebody appreciate that.
I heard it. That was good.
All right. Okay. First things first. I have to... Oh, no, wait, no. We still don't have we still don't have a rock solid image showing all of the streams because there was yet another error in even the one that was corrected, as I recall.
An image showing all of the streams?
Yeah, all the streams for the week. That I was going to show that, but it's still not there. It's still not there.
Oh, you mean from Madeline?
Yeah. All right. You take it away, Jesse.
Oh,
Tabulate up the poll.
well,
Tell everybody what won.
cool. David's putting me in charge of something that I have not at all prepared. So, yay! Which means you're going to get to hang with me while I open Patreon very slowly. And 50-50. Wow. The top and middle levels of this week's poll are exactly tied. So it's the top and bottom. So it was the middle level that decided this vote. I don't feel like that happens often. Maybe David can correct me, but you know. Anyway.
It is rare. We have a couple of consultants who participate, you know. And so sometimes they can tip the scales.
Well, I haven't gone through.
Miles
Oh, go on.
and Rogier. I know that Monod votes as well. Okay.
Okay, so David, if you
dying.
want to actually put the poll on the screen,
Oh yeah. Here.
I can read through it and talk about. I see who won.
Mm-hmm. Let me here. I'll actually do my job now. So don't worry. I will take care of that, and you can do the LangTime Lulus for the week. Okay.
Oh, if I knew what the Lulus were, that would help.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like when on The Office, Jim gets told to do the rundown, and he's like, yeah, what's a rundown? And he spends the entire episode trying to figure out what it is. This will be me the entire live stream trying to figure out what the Lulus are.
Yep. Okay, here we go. So I need to, I'm just going to move it over. And then I'm going to, yeah. Okay. Video is in chat. You can't really see the frogs though. Hang on a sec. Hold on a sec. We have to pause for forest identification. Okay. Here we go.
At the same time that we paused for David to open this video, a bird started chirping outside our window.
Wow.
And like the rain paused, I think. I think a bird came out. No, it didn't pause. It just got quieter. It's still
Good
raining.
morning, John Timor. Okay. Oh, good old Patrick. We remember Patrick.
Have
Okay.
you gotten to the video yet?
Yeah, here we go. I'm going to try to turn it up. Here. Wow, you can really hear those little frogs.
And
there's a little curling stone in there
Jonathan
too.
is absolutely right. One of those frogs is doing a chicken impression. If you hadn't told me those were frogs, I would have assumed you had a chicken outside.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well that's wonderful. Okay, so we're going to talk about the poll. We're going to announce the results of the poll, and then we're going to have a little discussion about what I forgot when doing this poll and the issues.
I almost had a sneeze. I think the moment has passed.
There's a reason they like you better. Oh, Bibleridian dropping the sounds like a horned screamer. This stream just got 18 plus. All right. So we were talking about because we had an error in Lexergy when we had words that began with the k affricate adjective.
Mm-hmm.
It just straight up put up an error because we had a rule that turned all of them to a geminate ch, and it didn't know what to do with that at the beginning of a word. So we were trying to figure out what to do, and we came up with two options, both of which were wrong. So again, though, this one's my fault. So, as a note, both options will result in tsa and ka sequences intervocalically. And a couple examples. So if it was at followed by tsa, then it would become atsak. Not really as an affricate, but as a TS sequence. Same thing with ak and kak becoming akak. Okay. Option A for what to do with this was we were going to lean into the affricates, give us more modern instances of k and tsa. So in initial position, it would be tsak and kak. And then after R, it would be, artsak, arkak. And after H, it would be ahtzak and ahkak. Okay. That was option A.
Well, David is running.
Saved you.
Instead of hitting mute, he ran away. I was answering Jonathan's question, and Jonathan had asked, was the one that wasn't tied close? And the answer is not really. And so, as David has just gone over A, and I think David got through A, I'll tell you that at the bottom level, there were 16 votes, 8-8 tie. At the top level, there were 10 votes, a 5-5 tie. But in the middle level, there were 12 votes, and it was an 8-4 victory. And so, I mean, it's not like the one that lost didn't get votes, but the one that got the votes got enough votes that it was, at that level, a significant win. Now, when you put all three levels together, it's no longer really significant, I would say, and it's a very close race. But if you're just, cutting out that middle level, it was very, very close. So as David said, option A is reinforcing the affricates, and so that's sort of like bringing back the affricates. I don't know if David talked about the issue. I was doing the math and trying to answer Jonathan's question, so I wasn't listening to every word David said.
I haven't talked about the issue yet.
Okay.
Jonathan, did I get away in time? Was it okay? I really feel bad. Nobody likes to sneeze on stream. Hello, Fafaloo. Fafaloo, of course, is here only for the LangTime Lulu, hence the name. Okay, good. Because seriously, it was so easy to mute with the old mic. Now it's like it's a whole thing. There isn't just like a button that's like mute everything. Okay, well that's good. Well, Matisse, I know. Like, basically the first time I sneezed on stream, Matisse was like, well, obviously he's forever unattractive to me now. I was just done, Matisse was ready to put me in the trash. Isn't that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Not safe for work. Patrick is here. Okay, so that was A. B was we're going to lenite those affricates. So if they survive, we're going to turn them into ch and sa. And so at the beginning, this gives us things like hak and sak. And this was the only way, I believe, that we would get words that started with S. So that might be kind of fun. Also, we were going to do it after R, so arsak, archak. And also after H, except that H results in a geminate, and so you get achak. And it was when I wrote that last one that I remembered the problem. The whole reason we had that sound change in there in the first place was because we had sequences of KKH that were pronounced like an affricate and KKH that were pronounced like a geminate fricative. That was the problem that we needed to fix. Anyway.
And that's why we killed that one, but not the TS in the same fell swoop, despite the fact that both were affricates that could be killed in the same way.
Exactly. So this is one step. And it's like, okay, I know this was a joke, but honestly, I don't think it's a joke. Mate says you get one chance and then you're written off. It's harsh but fair. I think it's true. Anyway, so as you know, the conspirator and confidant polls were tied. The decision came to the consultants. The ascendancy of the consultants. And the 8-4 margin tipped it in favor of B.
Yes.
Leniting the affricates, which I like. So, good. Very good. Very good. So now we only have one little baby issue to work with.
So, as you're cleaning your glasses, I'll
Yes.
just let you know it's not a big deal anymore. I just got the notification and it's fine, but I went ahead and checked in for us.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't a big deal.
Right on.
We had our seats.
Okay. Internet man is making the internet switch. Everybody say goodbye to George. George used to stream on Saturdays for Tongues and Runes at 6 a.m. Pacific, but those days are probably done. We hope to see George back next year if that internet situation gets cleared up. But frankly, it's not looking hopeful.
And David's joking. He sometimes doesn't realize that his jokes sound very serious and that some viewers out there may be like, oh no, it's over. And they're just done and they stop listening. And so please keep listening. David is joking. While George may have internet issues at some point because of said internet person, it is not a cancellation of everything conlangery.
Indeed. And hopefully when George comes back, he can give us a name for that internet guy. We just want to know. That's all. Okay.
And so.
Okay. And yeah, Mateus, you're absolutely right. I know I sound serious.
But like, sometimes you don't judge the audience correctly with them being able to know when to stop. And for instance, I'll just tell people the other night at dinner, we were talking to someone who didn't know when to stop taking you seriously and kept responding to you literally. And it kept killing the conversation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And it was just very confusing. All right.
Okay.
Maybe internet's person is Guy.
Ooh.
You know?
No, this is turning into a very different story. As
Guy enters.
As Guy shows up to George's place. Hello, I am here to fix your internet.
All right, let the fan fiction go.
And George says, gosh, I'm just getting out of the tub right now.
Yes, I am a little blurry, and I'm trying to see, like, do I need to clean off where my camera is? I don't know why I'm a little blurry. Like, I don't feel like I'm always blurry.
I think that it might be not a camera issue. I think it might be an internet issue. So
with all the weather we're having.
We have a lot of rain right now, and for whatever reason, when there's a lot of rain and wind, sometimes the internet is affected. Doesn't seem like it should happen, but it does. It's like there's just a stick on top of the roof that's the internet stick, and you know, sometimes it gets a little wet.
Yeah, David does look fine, but he's also on the main camera, and
Yeah.
my camera has
like,
to go through the internet
yeah.
to get to David's, computer, which means it's a 2-layer problem, which means our internet needs to
Yeah.
be like running perfectly, whereas his is just his camera connected to the whole stream.
Yeah, that's the theory.
If David's
anyway.
blurry, the whole stream's going to be blurry, is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. I actually.
David's gone again. David's excited, though. I think this means that I need to open the official Lexergy. Like I need to get into the background, right? Like this is what it needs to change. I don't remember where it needs to change. And I'm not entirely sure that David wrote that in. But somewhere. All right,
Fine, Bessie, I got it. Just
how you got it. You're not even here and you don't have the background document. I do. So like I am trying to get prepared on my end of Lexergy to insert our new change. And I feel like I'm going to get my file somewhere after the intervocalic lenition of affricates, because we still have to have affricates for that to be a thing. And so I'm going to get my file matched up in location to that area. You know what else I need to do? It could be a pain in the rumpus in terms of like if we make one sound change, I would have to change everything. But like adding numbers in Lexergy would really help me because sometimes it's really hard to just look at the names and find where I am in the file. And so doing like a 11 / loss of prenasalization or whatever, which is totally not the right. Oh, I need to look
Baby,
for.
I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. I love cheap thrills. All right, so Jesse, what I was going to explain is I wrote up 2 sets of sound changes for both versions of the poll, and I kept the document open the entire time. Hold on a sec, it's in the wrong window. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, but it has to get to me.
Yeah, I know. I can text it, but and not only that, it wasn't just that I wrote the sound changes. I like copied the whole thing, so you could just copy and paste.
Am I right though that it needs to go somewhere after the intervocalic? I finally located that in the rule.
I don't remember, but like you'll see what I mean when I send it to you.
You just sent me the whole thing?
Yeah, just the whole darn thing. Just copy and paste it into the window.
So it's kind of inconvenient the way they do it. Because it won't show the whole text, it's too long. And so it opens a separate window that I then have to go into and like highlight.
Can you just do right-click copy?
I don't know if it copies the whole thing or only what's showing. But I do want to make sure before I... Okay. Whoops. Oh, no. I was already there. Okay. Well, just a second. Sorry. I feel like I opened the wrong window and I think I was in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Fuffalo,
Okay.
I see that. So the funny thing, like, you know, they had this Dothraki song, right, that they wanted me to translate. And, you know, I didn't have the scripts, so they just sent me that to translate. And they didn't say why it was going to be used, so I kind of assumed that, you know, how there was like that big market, kind of, not like a market, but like at the beginning, you know, where all the armor makers are and everything. And then there's the puppeteers and things like that. I just thought there was going to be like a Dothraki singer in there, you know, just kind of doing a thing. They just wanted him in the background, and, you know, maybe they pass by at some point and be like, oh, this is another cool thing that's happening here. I had no idea that he was going to be singing it as if it was like, you know, an old shanty or something he heard and was just repeating. That was pretty cool. It's also good because it didn't, because of the nature of it, it didn't really matter how his pronunciation was, you know. It was actually pretty good for what it was, but it didn't need to be, you know. So that's I think that personally, I find that very nice for an actor because they don't have to worry too much about it. Yeah, Tinguish, that would make sense. He probably got up to some cell sorting in Essos back in the day, and that's where he would have heard it. Might have even ridden about with a Khalasar for a bit. Okay.
Okay, we will no longer have Geminate ch, right? Like, we'll never have a Geminate KH situation.
We might. So that's the thing. This is going to be the first step. We're going to need to do some extra work after this. That'll just make what I gave you, that'll make the poll work.
Okay, so we do, and I put in examples. They're kind of buried. Let me pull those up top since you'll end up being forced with whatever I put in. There we go. Okay, so the examples at the top demonstrate the area where now there's still a problem
Okay.
with romanization. And it should hopefully be over.
Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, so now I've got it and everybody else can see it on screen. Interesting. I didn't think about two of them coming next to each other. And then I'm going to throw in another one. This doesn't have to be two separate words. It could be one word. Oh, and let's make sure we got our initial. That's correct. Okay, good. All right. So, here is my thought. We could either eliminate these geminates or, well, a couple of different things we can do. Where is the bottommost geminate elimination rule? Here, we're going to actually expand this window because now we care about the rules and not about the output for a minute.
Intervocalic lenition. No, wait, that takes care of the geminates. Sorry. Intervocalic lenition affricates, which is rule number 12, is I think the last one that creates geminates.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay, so we have intervocalic lenition of geminates, so we have XX going to X at some point, but we still have geminates. So what that means is I'm worried less about the H because we could just undo that sound change or whatever, the glottal assimilation. I'm worried more about the third example that you wrote up where the K comes next to a K. By the way, what happens if that's in a single word? Because it could be.
That'd be
Same thing.
Be a hell of a root, right?
Yeah, same thing though. Same thing happens. So you still get the K.
So, and in my head, I'm thinking this may happen in compounds. Right now, I don't think we have any inflections that start with the. No, wait. What is the one? The night class, day class, night class.
Yeah.
It does have a chie, right? Or does it only have that sometimes, and it actually comes from something else?
Sometimes.
Okay. But anyway, I wanted to put it next to because conceivably you could have compounds or some sort of little inflection side by side with something that ends in the same sound.
I see what the issue is. Intervocalic lenition of geminates, so this turns SS, ZZ, and XX into SZ and X, happens at, we'll just say line 216 since these don't have numbers. You're right, it would be great if we could put in numbers.
I think I'm actually, after...
Can you?
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, like I said, it would just be a headache. If we add rules, I have to then change everything after it.
Sure, yeah.
But right now, I think we're at a place where it's solid enough where I'm not going to have to do that a million times. I may only need to do that a few more. But I want to wait till you're done doing these examples
Yeah.
because once I mess with the file, it'll take it out of your screen and you have to reload.
Right. So anyway, okay, so at line 216, that's where that happens, and that should kill all the geminates that occur to that point. However,
Yeah.
at line 225 later, we have affricate simplification, and that changes ch to ch. And so then that reintroduces the geminates. This reintroduces another geminate, but we could, for example, just get rid of that, and that would be fine. This is the bigger issue, because we do want that rule, but what it results in is, you know, something like the ch sequence becoming a geminate ch. Whereas on the other hand, we have a much more likely sequence of k followed by ch, following its circuitous route to become just a sequence of k and ch. And that doesn't feel wrong. That feels like that's what should happen. And so we don't really want to kill that. And so one option that I will throw out, and this is something that you see in Swahili and maybe a couple of other languages. Swahili has angma as a phoneme, so nga. But it also kind of crucially and in very key morphological situations has nasal G as a sequence. And they occur in the same locations. So you can actually have ngombe versus ngombe, and those will be different words. Which, if you're just doing IPA, it's like, well, duh, yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're talking about how it's actually written, they're both written NG. And so what do you do? And so what Swahili decided is that NG followed by an apostrophe is going to be engma by itself. They did this because it is much less likely to occur statistically than the nasal G sequence. And so you're writing fewer apostrophes if you do it that way, as opposed to, for example, N apostrophe G, which was another possibility. So we could do that. We could say KKH is a geminate velar fricative, and K apostrophe KH is the much rarer but nevertheless possible sequence of K followed by Ch. And again, this is just a romanization question. Obviously, this will be taken care of for the orthography.
Would it actually be rarer? Like, wouldn't they both be kind of rare? Because it takes...
As the rules are now, I believe geminate Ch is slightly more common.
And that would, at this stage, it should only be caused by either a KX affricate following each other or an H followed by a KX.
Yes.
Those are the only two instances.
Yeah.
But because there's two, you're saying that will make it more common.
I think the H preceding it is just as common as the K preceding it.
Okay.
And then you have the extra,
KX.
yeah.
Okay.
The only other thing to do is throw in yet another Linician rule at the end. I have no
Or move the geminate rule down and say it waits and then kills all geminates.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the consequences of that would be.
I don't know.
Do you want to, like, on my screen, take a look at it and see what happens?
Oh, sure, yeah, you can mess around with it all you would like.
Okay, so we're just gonna look. We're gonna put it after glottal assimilation, and we're gonna hit apply, and we're gonna see what happens over here. After the break.
Oh, there we go. Seeing. Okay. So I'm trying to see. Bahier. other than that, now not having the geminate, I don't see a difference. I didn't have the H1 pulled up on mine, so I can't say what it was before, but I don't see any difference between those forms.
The place where we should see the difference and where if something was going to happen that we didn't intend, it should have happened, is with the SS and the ZZ. So we need to find a way to produce those sequences and see if anything kind of changed. I'm going to pull up the document real quick. I want to just look at the sound changes as they are wrote. So this is, okay. Okay, so we have tiny genesis. Glottalicness was lost. Intervocalic lenition. Affricates become geminate fricatives in between vowels. I think we put this here because there's other intervocalic lenition that's happening.
Yeah, I think it was just handy, but if we no longer call it intervocalic and just call it degemination.
Yeah, degemination.
I think where it may make a difference is
Long vowels shorten before consonant.
no, because it
no.
already comes before
Yeah.
the geminates get undone. So I'd already looked at that. The only way I can see a potential difference is if for some reason, and I don't think we would ever get this, the spirant assimilation, which could change one of the S's to an esh before it gets reduced, and therefore you have an S-esh and it's no longer a geminate. So I think as long as it goes before spirant assimilation, I think that's the only one that could.
And we
change it because nothing else depends on a specific amount of consonants and where they occur.
And do we have intervocalic lenition geminates?
Actually, where did you put the degemination rule when you moved it in your rules? Did you put it at the end?
I put it after glottal assimilation. So
can you pull your results back up on the screen?
Yeah, but what's with rule 18 here in the document? We already have a rule that gets rid of all geminates. Did we? It's before glottal consonant annihilation. It's not there anymore. Oh, okay, because I moved it. Never mind. Okay, yeah, results up on the screen. Okay. Anything you want to see, like in particular?
Waiting. Okay. No, that wouldn't trigger it anyway. I don't think, is there a way to get SS before a velar, but like the TS only goes to SS intervocalically, so it wouldn't. It would never appear before a consonant.
Hold on a sec. I found one difference. And it is an important one, but I think it might be a better one, but we might all have to go back and look at all the words we created and make sure that they're the same. And it's this.
Atsa?
Vowel shortening. So, long vowels shorten before consonant clusters.
Right, but...
So the problem is if SS gets simplified before that, the vowel lengthens.
Okay, but vowel shortening, as we have it in the rules right now, happens before the geminates are taken out. If we're
Yeah.
moving it later,
Oh, no,
it
no.
doesn't change anything. It already happens after the vowel shortening. Like, so
It did?
if I type Atza in here right now into mine, which would mess you up, I'm going to get the same thing, which is
I
why
got it. Interesting.
none of my results had changed for, long vowel to short vowel.
Okay. My bad. Because it's like in the thing that I gave you.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to pull up. I have to get a different one going so that way I'm not messing with what you have. I haven't changed the rules on my side. And so Atza is what you typed in. And what I get is Asa with short, low tone, S, high, long. Is that what you get?
Yeah, but the thing is, it shouldn't happen that way. Because, like, in the rules that I'm looking at, shortening was before the loss of geminates.
Yes, it is before the loss of geminates. And what you're doing is you're taking this order where shortening is here, loss of geminates is here, and you're just dropping it lower.
Right.
But the shortening still happens because you're not putting the geminate destruction before the shortening. If you did it that way, we're going to get different results.
Hold on a sec. It's still before. Okay. This took me a while. I'm afraid to look at the comments. I feel like everybody's going to be clowning me. Thank goodness. Well, of course I dismissed it, Jonathan, because we didn't do that with any of the other languages. Now, I'm not saying, by the way, that's not a valid way to geminate a digraph. I'm just saying we didn't do it. And so there's no way we do it for this language and not for any of the others. That is, geminate, like esh, for example, would be SHH, as opposed to SSH. Anyway, so I wasn't dismissing it because it was a bad idea. I was dismissing it because we didn't do it and we need to keep consistent. Okay.
Magpie is here.
Our magpie?
Indeed.
Oh, by the way, as I went through and changed the thumbnails for all of our shows, there were some that I forgot to enter a description into.
Okay.
Like what we did in that episode.
Ah.
So I had to try to like figure it out by not watching the whole thing, but just watching it here and there. And I found the origin of Jagpie.
Wasn't it because of the J's with the relay? And we were all J's except for like 2 people, and so we just started calling them with J.
Yeah, and yes, Jonathan, that's exactly it.
So are you ready to commit to moving the geminate rule? And if so, then are you ready for me to go in and enter numbers, which is going to take away your screen until I update it? Oh, you're wearing your beaver shirt today.
Yeah, which I now regret, by the way. But yes, I am ready.
Why do you regret?
We're going to Philadelphia. I should have saved it.
I'm doing laundry tonight. Just take it off and put a different shirt on that you don't want to travel with.
I could also say, like, I didn't really dirty it.
Well, you could do that too. Like, that's totally your choice. And just take it off after stream and
What would you think about that?
I don't care.
What would Angie and Lee think about that? Because
it
this is
depends.
now on video.
And I bet they're watching.
Well, they could watch, like, later.
Well, don't spill something on it. You didn't
You daring me?
spill coffee, did you?
You daring me to do a salsa thing?
Anyway.
There's by the way, so there's this movie called The Amazing Ice Cream Suit, um, and it stars among others Edward James Olmos, and Edward James Olmos plays this character who is it's a comic story. He's really, really dirty, like filthy. He's got really long hair and a really long beard. And the story is basically these, is it 4 or 5 guys? I can't remember if it's 4 or 5 guys, but they, I think it's 4. None of them have enough money to buy this amazing suit. Um, and they're just going to rent it. But together they have enough money, and it just so happens that like 3 of these guys, they have the exact same measurements, and so they need to find some other guy that has the exact same measurements. And it turns out that the 4th guy is this really, really, really dirty guy played by Edward James Olmos, and they're gonna be able to wear the suit for one day, and so they each get a few hours, like an hour or so with the suit, and then they have to come back and give it to the next guy. And so finally, it's Edward James Olmos. And they're like, no, before it, we're going to give you a bath. And so they get him and they clean him up. And then finally, he kind of looks like a human again. And then he puts on the suit. And they're like, all right, I'm going to go. And he's like, oh, go. Here's the rules. No, or they say like, no smoking, no drinking, and no no food with like, salsa on it that's got like, it's really dirty. Anyway. And so they let him go, and they're just sitting there, and they're like, what do you think he's doing? Like, we can't do this. We got to go see him. And of course, they like go, and he's in this bar, and there's this huge party. And they see him, and he like, in one hand, he's holding a cigar, like, and a taco with all of this salsa on it. And then in the other one, he's holding a beer, and he's like, and he has like a cigarette in his mouth. He's doing it all at the same time. It's so good. Anyway. Great movie. Okay. Oddly enough, based on a story by Fahrenheit 451 guy. What's his name?
Ray Bradbury?
Yeah. And, there was the song about Ray Bradbury, which led to the show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, who that actress, Rachel Bloom, right? Bloom or Bunch? Anyway, she was interviewed on KTLA the same day I was. She was actually interviewed right before.
Did you meet her?
I didn't. Well, I saw her, yeah, and but I was like going in, but apparently they like announced my segment coming up like at the end of her interview, and she said like on camera, I was like, oh, that sounds cool.
Hey.
Anyway. Okay. All right. So we are going to take out this intervocalic lenition of affricates thing. No, we're going to leave that in. No, that stays, right? Yeah, that stays. But the geminate one, that is going to move.
We had a separate geminate one?
Yes, we did.
I just thought we would take away the intervocalic and make one geminate.
Well,
and don't call it intervocalic, just call it...
Well, it's actually, the geminate one is called intervocalic lenition 4, but the affricate one is the affricates become geminate fricatives. That still needs to happen.
I'm not saying take that out.
Okay.
I'm saying remove intervocalic lenition 4, and instead, before spirant assimilation, which actually I don't think it matters, but just in case, put in a geminate simplification. And don't call it intervocalic lenition, it's just geminate simplification. Because otherwise we've got it 20... Oh, you've moved it to 22. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying do it at 22.
Yeah. So...
And just separate it from 1, 2, and 3 and still call it intervocalic lenition?
Huh.
Okay.
I kind of like Roman numeral 4. I like the way it looks.
There we go. Fancy pants.
I mean, if you had to choose a favorite Roman numeral, which would you choose?
12.
Okay. It's pretty good. Solid choice.
Okay, so I'm going to start messing with things.
Okay.
Don't pay attention to Lexergy.
All right, all right.
Then we have aspiration.
What if it was match pie?
Nasal assimilation. Whoop.
Serious question, English speakers. If you had to spell match pie, how would you spell it? My guess would be like Madgepie, even if it doesn't make sense, like etymologically. Gift of the match pie.
Lowering of nasal vowels.
That's where Magpie and Bubba exchange gifts. And Magpie says to Bubba, I exchanged all of my LangTime bucks to buy you one Kopiko. And Bubba says, I traded in my last Kopiko for LangTime bucks, and I gave them to you. And then the joke is that Bubba doesn't like Kopiko, and Magpie doesn't like LangTime bucks. Look at Jake falling asleep accidentally at night. How could you? How could you? On this, the day the United States women won a gold medal in hockey.
Let's see.
Jonathan spelling traveling the British way. You sure did there. And you did the UK spelling of spelling. The US spelling, of course, only has one L.
Voiceless stops as 14. Okay.
We actually created a word for a loss today
16.
in the 10th anniversary of Slack Crew, and it's a crash out. So a crash out is a loss.
19. 20.
Weef Bellington. Bellington! Principal Weef! Oh, something. While we wait for
Okay.
Jesse.
Done.
Okay. Oh, I was going to say something a little fun for you all to look up is the Erie Park Diner. Look it up. It's got a Wikipedia page, and when you find it, you'll see why I told you to look it up. Yeah.
It's done.
Okay. So, what should I do?
So, I have eaten there.
What?
Yeah.
You've been to the Erie Park Diner?
Yeah. I was like, because as soon as you said that, I got an image in my
What?
head and I just looked it up and I have been there.
But like, don't you remember when we were in Buffalo and I was talking about how we could make it to the Erie Park Diner and like I'd always wanted to go there? And you didn't think to mention that you'd been there at that time?
I don't know if it was, I don't know. Sorry. But yes, I have been there. I did not remember it being spelled that way. I just remember it being in a train car. I thought I told you that because you said it was in a train car, and I thought I told you I'd been there.
By the way, if I am up to date with you, Lexergy no longer works.
What do you mean by works?
It gets to the first number and it's like, nope.
I can't do numbers. Damn it.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
Okay. Go back to telling stories.
Yeah. Oh, it's the Lawrence Park Diner. There we go. But it's in Erie. Is it in, I don't know what state that is. Is it Indiana or is it Ohio or I don't know. It's up on a lake. But yeah, the diner is spelled D-I-N-O-R just because. Nobody knows why. Yeah. Yeah. See? I encountered this in my good friend Nina Post's book for the first time. And I was like, there's a peculiar misspelling in this book. And she's like, no, it's actually spelled that way. And it's like, what a weird thing to do. But there was a much, much more famous non-typo. Hold on a sec.
Okay, now you can check Lexergy again.
Okay. Wait, where is it? Oh, that's it. Okay. So I was reading this book by Nina Post called Danger Returns in Paris. And like I'm reading it, I'm enjoying it, but like it's like more than halfway through the book. And I'm like, I keep asking myself, when the heck do they get to Paris? And it was that point when I returned and looked at the title.
It's on the document. Oh, there, now it moved. In pairs.
So I'm just sitting there reading and reading. I'm like, when the heck do they get to Paris?
That's fantastic.
It was quite clear. Quite clear. Anyway.
Nice.
Okay, so back, and looks like we're working again. So did you just had to? Oh, look at you! And I'm guessing glomination is not a rule, so
Right, so anything that we did for Lexergy background doesn't get
Yeah.
a number.
Okay.
And that includes where later we have to do stress reassignment, where that was to clean up what was not being kept up with. And so you'll see anytime it goes up, it does that. There are also, anytime there's like A, B, or C, that means like we kept it as one rule in our thing, but like I broke it apart for my sanity. And
Sure,
so
yeah.
like, for instance, tonogenesis is one rule in the document, but 5 in Lexergy. So you get like 11A, 11B, 11C,
Yep.
so on. But yes, Roman numerals work just fine. So that is how we will do it. Miles had suggested just having the number, like instead of having a dash, you might be able to get away with a number if it, like, one vowel deletion, you know, like if it just goes together. But I
Yeah.
like the dashes to separate. It helps my brain. And so Roman numerals it is. And in typing the Roman numerals, I got to say
Yeah.
that I feel that 24 also looks very sexy.
Ooh, let's take a look at 24.
It's metasification, which is a very, very good rule to be on the sexy number.
Arrrr.
Exactly. But
All
I
right.
still like that 12. It's very nice.
Yeah. Feel free, others, to throw out your favorite Roman numeral while I get us a little reward. Woohoo! There's a star man waiting in the sky.
I was reaching for you to hand it to me. And then you threw it.
They'd like to come and meet us, but I threw him right on by.
Man. I literally had my hand out.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jonathan is fond of 4 and 16. I almost said 26, but there's only one X there. I should not just start adding things. David.
Cheers.
Yeah, yeah. Man. My favorite Roman numeral is the number of toe beans he has. That is very cute. Nicely done, Magpie.
Kopiko. Good, even when it shatters.
Oh, David. It got loud out there all of a sudden.
Oh, we're not asking you to have an attachment. Just, look at the shape of it. What's going on out there?
I don't know. Right?
What are them kids up to?
It's not the kids, it's the adults. It's like that one time we presented at a high school and it wasn't the kids who were talking, it was the adults talking off
God.
stage, like behind a curtain.
That was so unbelievable.
And they were talking at full volume, and so it was literally going over us, and we kept like trying to be like, who's going to go shut the adults up?
Uh-huh.
The kids were doing just fine.
And this wasn't just any high school we were presenting at. This was Jessie's high school. Like, this is a high school where her name is still up there in the main hall for having been such an awesome student who did well on the ACT. She was an alum. And yeah, they were just doing that.
And it was just the guys who were there to
help set
like
up.
help with tech and set up stuff. So it's like they weren't even there as teachers or representatives or anything. And it's like, good Lord, move on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hopefully then, this is the end of our messing with the sound changes, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, for today. I'm gonna be honest.
And I don't feel like my hope is that nothing will have changed.
Or you want to put in some of the nouns that we created just in case?
Yeah, like we created a bunch. Where are they?
Floating around.
Just gonna throw in a little moo. Well, lovely.
Does it mean verbs, or does it mean yet another way to not work on verbs?
Yeah.
I think, just a second, I think I know what happened, and I want you to stay right there.
Okay.
So I think it was a package delivery. And if it was, it may be something you can't see.
I don't have any more special days. I'm done for the year.
You're married to someone who thought about what you're getting for Christmas.
Okay, that's good.
Like the envelope is wet, so I want to make sure everything inside is. Oh yeah, it's safe. We're good. Okay.
I think you misinterpreted the question, Jake. I think that you were assuming that, for example, I might be the type of person that has some particular fondness for, abstract things like numbers and like I don't. It's just, looking at it, it's like, oh, that looks good. That was all. Like, I don't even know what Chinese numerals are, but if I took a look at them, I could tell you which shape was my favorite just by taking a look at it.
Well, E is written like that. San, S.
What?
The numbers.
You know the numbers?
I mean, I did take Chinese.
Oh. And German, no less. But you also took Arabic and claimed to not know any of it.
I've told you as much as I remember, and what I remember was largely wrong. So, yeah. So yeah, are we ready to tackle verbs? Think about verbs? Be verbs?
I don't know. Let's go back to wherever we were in the grammar that put us on this, what do you call it? Tangent. Something led us to this tangent, something that we were working on. What was it?
It wasn't just a noun that took the suffix and made us question everything.
Oh boy. George's encounter with the internet guy
With Guy?
has concluded.
Yeah? Okay.
I could have kept going with that, but I will choose not to. That was funny. I mean, but it's not different from the letter X. It's just an X. You didn't ask his name? And he didn't have a little name tag? By the way, oh, sorry, I don't have, what am I doing? Sorry, pages wasn't up.
Sorry, did you figure out what it was that made us go, huh?
No.
Okay. I mean, I feel like it had to do something with our noun classes. So, like, something came together and created. Something started with it. That had to be what it was. And we were like, do we want this?
Oh, it's cute when you sneeze. I get it. All right. Well, I know everybody wants to move on to verbs, but I'm not happy with adjectives. Well, wait. No, hang on. Yeah?
Maple seed.
Maple seed.
It starts with a TS. So acorn, maple seed, seed.
Yeah, I can't do that no more, can it? Let's find its proto form. Oh, there it is. Error? Oh, right, because of the
What happened?
soon. It's the apostrophe. So it's just soon. And I assume everything else kind of stays the same. Yeah. So let's just delete that T wherever we see.
And then nothing was going to change after an R, right? So, like,
Oh yeah, let's see what happens.
embarquer.
Yeah, yeah, they just become fricatives.
Okay. Where are you? Like, things aren't updating. Are you going backwards? Or did you already do the first page with...
I'm on page 12.
Did you do anything on page 10?
I sure did not.
Okay, I'm going to do page 10 then.
No,
I was worried that it wasn't updating.
You're a rad doll. I really appreciate that from you.
Okay.
Okay.
That should be good. That should be good.
Okay.
I'm getting a maple seed. I fixed those.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah?
No, that doesn't matter. It's still a consonant. And so, nope, we're still good.
All right. All right.
Okay, that should still be fine. Oh, alienable possession. We need these TS's to go away. Now, the drawing that I did this week is old school.
Yeah. That's kind of an LTS tradition too, though, isn't it? Madeline always says "By George" to George, and every single time it just looks like "By George." Jake, felt very good. Felt very happy. Happy with the poll results. Very good. It was a whole thing. You don't have to go back and watch it, because mostly what you'll see, like I'm over it now. Mostly what you're gonna see is me really having allergy problems. You know, on Thursdays I used to get my allergy shot.
Is your body still craving that goodness?
Oh God, it loves it. We used to go to the Huntington Beach Mall, look in at either a KB toy store or the video game place. Forget what it was called. And go up and get Chinese food from Beijing Express, where I would mostly get chow mein, sometimes fried rice, broccoli and beef, loved it, and then the fried shrimp, which I've never had fried shrimp like that again. It's almost like the fried was like puffy and airy. There was a lot of room inside there. Then I would go to the Bally's, which was an arcade.
Isn't that a gym?
It was.
It was?
I don't think it still exists. It's also a casino.
Wait, so the arcade you went to was just an arcade, though,
Yeah.
not an arcade/gym?
No.
Because when you said it was, the way you said it, I thought you were
Oh.
emphatically saying, no, I went to a gym to play in the arcade. And I was like, what? I mean, I can see them having like Dance Dance Revolution in a gym, which they absolutely should do. I would join a gym if I got to just like go play Dance Dance Revolution.
Would you?
Yeah. Why not? You get to like play, well, especially if like nobody's watching. But
Bingo. Okay.
you know, you could.
Whereas me, it's like, if nobody's watching, why do it?
Still, I would support the gym if they had Dance Dance Revolution. Give me the kind of workouts that people really want.
That was, it was on the Mortal Kombat machine at that Bally's arcade. It's Bally's or Aladdin? It was one of the two. Maybe it was Aladdin. But anyway, I unlocked Ermac. I don't know how I did it, but I sure got the tar kicked out of me. Anyway.
Are we adjectives then, or is this?
Well, yeah, the
happening?
problem is, like, well, the reason those adjectives are in red is because they're predicative. And we haven't decided how to do predicative adjectives yet. And I feel like what we should probably do is, you're right, do verbs and then decide, all right, are adjectives going to be more like verbs? Are they going to be more like nouns? Are they going to be more like adjectives? Because there's, like, options. Let me think about that. Aladdin Arcade. No, absolutely was not Aladdin's Castle. I've never seen that. Maybe? Hold on. I'm looking at Bally's Arcade. there's Bally's as an arcade. And then there's Bally's as the casino, and then yet there is another Bally's that's a gym. And there's also Bally's, the television sports network. Everybody hates it, at least over in Arizona. They carried Suns games, and everybody complained about it. It was a Bally Professional Arcade. Fun and Brains. Wow, how about that? Hold on. There's a website called the Dot Eaters. Look at that, and it's all this old arcade stuff. Anyway, all right, sorry. This is far afield. This is far afield. Everybody's disappointed in me right now. Okay. They want verbs, Jesse. Let's do verbs. Basically, if we write anything in here, our verb section will be more complete than Tapatla's. Can't believe we did all that stuff and then just didn't write it down in the verb section. Ooh.
Did you see what I wrote?
Ooh.
I don't think you see it. Waiting for David to respond to me.
Oh, I saw Doc has verbs.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was moving to.
I don't know. You were looking over, so I thought someone said something in comments.
The thing is, like, Patrick, when you're disappointed in me, it doesn't mean anything. Same thing if, like, you approve of what I do, it also doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? It's like when Bibleridian gets on here and says, David, I'm disappointed in you. Then it's like, it's done. It's done. Stream is over. All right. Oh yeah, now we actually have to decide something. Okay. Let's write down some stuff. Agreement, tense, aspect, other stuff. Duplication. I'm just going to throw that in there.
I have some ideas that are formulating, but they're unfortunately ideas that I really just want to sit here and stare into space for a minute.
I think what Jesse's saying is she wants to hear more about my arcade life.
Always.
Mm-hmm. The main arcade that we had was a place called Golfland. It also did miniature golf. But I went there every Saturday, usually from like 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Just played arcade games. Give me $5, it would last. That was the first place we played Street Fighter 2, first place we played NBA Jam, first place we played Mortal Kombat. We were the first ones to play NBA Jam because we saw it being installed at Golfland. That was a big deal. Yes, there were some good times there. I spent much of my free time as a child in an arcade, talking about between the ages of like 10 and 15, I would say. And in fact, when we had Disneyland passes, we would spend a lot of time at the Starcade, which is no longer there. Jesse has actually been inside of it when we were in line for Space Mountain. Oh my. Oh, so Jonathan's saying, now I think Bib needs to make a language called Woporksh, but you could actually get a Bibleridian language out of that. Drop the R, change the second O to an A, and add a T on the end. Wopoksht. That's a Bibleridian language. hang the hell on. Look at what Jesse's doing.
Okay. I think that's a starting point. Oh, habitual / stative. Like, I feel like you would just use that for, like, states. Or you could. Okay. We're done, right?
We're flapping to be, that's for sure. Woo! All right, so we already have to hang. What is it?
Do we?
Yeah.
Hang. Oh, noon. Prenasalized D-U-N.
All right. Good start. Oh, Jake made hang the source of the copula in Bankaske.
Oh, nice.
Bankorske. Corkshoe.
My God. So today, one of the things I'm working on right now is expanding and doing a lot of formatting work in my Woktinato dictionary. And I'm trying to make it so basically every content word entry has at least 2 senses, because like this is what natural speakers do with languages, is they kind of expand and apply things, and very rarely do you come across a basic word that only has one use, right? Like there's usually at least a couple shades of meaning. So anyway, I'm working on expanding to get shades of meaning, and I made the word, one of the senses of the word for spider is storyteller.
Oh, that's really nice. Man.
I was very happy with that. And if you use a reflexive pronoun with the verb that means to squeeze, usually, then it means to sneeze, because you squeeze yourself. Okay. Okay.
I have kind of an idea that's a little wacky, a little quirky.
Oh, I like quirky ideas. What's your quirk?
Honestly, if they, after what happened with Madam Web, if they wanted to give me half of the budget of Madam Web, I would make a Madam Web too. And it would be, first of all, lots of neon. And most of the dialogue would be in Pankaske. Except that we'd also have to, we'd need another language, which would be the natural enemy of the Pankaske speakers. And I'm going to assume that they're birds. Right? And so, yeah, fully half of the budget is going to conlangers. 75% is going directly to Jake as an apology. And then the rest of it, the rest of the, like, I mean, we're talking like at least $25 million is probably going to go to just the rest of our LTS viewers, who are going to just themselves create simultaneously the bird language.
It'll be in the collab channel in Discord, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's just going to be a living document, so it could change like a translation of a line will change from one take to the next.
I mean, you had to be there, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your idea? You've never actually said your idea.
I figure everybody could probably figure it out. But since we're using this as a preposition anyway, the word order here is going to be agar plus tune plus verb. Whereas something like this, the order is going to be verb plus agar plus verb. Same
Which one is the?
for this.
I'm not disagreeing, but like, which one is the verb and which one is the aspect marker?
Same that. Second.
I would prefer that to be marked.
Hang on a sec. Well, I want it to be more fun, though. I want it to be more fun. So give me just a second.
Okay.
Agar, agar.
I'm letting David think. This is good live TV.
Hang on a sec. Oh, this is yeah. You see this? Do you see this? Do you see what it's doing? Like, it's twitchiness. Like, I don't like that. I wish it wouldn't do that.
With your cursor.
Yeah. So sorry.
Mine doesn't do that. Is it because you have the pointer thing?
Because I made it big.
No, but like mine doesn't turn into a pointer
Why not?
on the document. It stays the little cursor.
It stays that?
Yeah.
Huh.
And so there's no twitchiness because it's always the same shape.
Well, that's weird. Why do you think it does that?
I don't know, but I like it better than what's happening with yours.
Yeah. Imperfective plus to swoop. Okay, because I was clicked out of it. Wait, nope. I have no explanation.
It's like you hit a certain point and it decides you're no longer in the document. Hmm.
Yeah. Now, that's the thing. When it comes to filming locations, you just film where you want to be at, you know?
Yeah. It's always interesting because it's like if you're a viewer watching something set in a real location and like you don't know that location well and you just kind of buy whatever location they tell you, like, oh, this is what such and such place looks like. Fine. Like, and you just move on with life. But when you're familiar with that location, it's like jarring to see what they think. And then it's like, well, that's obviously not right. And one of the funniest, well, I won't say funniest. I just thought it was interesting how many hoops they jumped through to try to. There was a movie set that was supposed to be set in East Texas, and it was based on a true story. And part of it was supposed to be set in Lufkin, which is very close to where I used to live.
Yeah. I've been to Lufkin.
And so they like went through all these steps of like getting the Lufkin newspaper like things, like the physical things that you find on the street to make sure they matched exactly. Getting all of these things, getting the street design done. They didn't actually film it in Lufkin, but they went through a lot of work to get the in-town stuff looking as close to Lufkin as they could. But then, like, they needed to be outside of Lufkin in more country area. They filmed it in North Carolina. If you've ever been to North Carolina, and if you've ever been to East Texas, they're very different. Notably, North Carolina's filled with hills, and you know, like you're coming out of the Smoky Mountains in areas of North Carolina. Like you've just got this beautiful hilly area, and East Texas is not known for its hills. It's not the hill country. That's where like Austin and San Antonio, you get into hill country that way. East Texas is not that. And every time this kid rode his bike and he was out in East Texas, it was like, the other one is Young Sheldon. The beginning of Young Sheldon, 'cause he's supposed to be in East Texas. And in fact, at one point, they even mentioned Nacogdoches in the show as a surrounding town,
Yep.
which is where I used to live. And yeah, at the beginning of Young Sheldon, what do they show? Desert and a tumbleweed. That's not East Texas. Like, how hard was it to, like, go get a shot in some pine trees? Like, anyway.
There's still some tumbleweeds over there.
No. There really, really aren't.
There's a lot of dust. I'll say that.
There's a lot of dust, a lot of pollen, and you can get debris, but like from the trees, just because, you know, there's a lot of trees coming down or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
you're not going to get tumbleweeds like you do in West Texas. Anyway, it's little things where it's like you go through all of these steps to make everything realistic, and then like this establishing shot, it's like, why couldn't you just send somebody to the location to get like an overview shot? No actors necessary. But
Yeah. A lot of times, Berkeley is a background setting, and I think people hear it and think it's some Ivy League school in the East Coast. A lot of brick. A lot of brick. This is California. Nah, that ain't flying. Oddly enough, one of the best uses of Berkeley, well, there was Oppenheimer, but also there was a Freddie Prinze Jr. movie that was set in Berkeley that actually used a lot of the actual buildings around Berkeley. Terrible movie. Awful movie. I mean, you know this because Freddie Prinze Jr. was in it, but not that he was bad in it. He was great.
he was in She's All That. It's a good movie.
Wasn't that the one with the Australian actor in it? No, that's 10 Things I Hate About You.
It's with Rachel Lee Cook. She's All That.
I want to say I've seen it, but I don't know.
Anyway, okay, David.
Yeah.
We've got this plan. I see it. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I'm like super happy with it yet.
But sure. We've got in a few establishing things that could happen, and I like it.
But this one, we need basically a participle.
It was an episode of Monk where he was supposed to be at Berkeley.
That was one of them.
It was really USC, I think, because you recognize the campus, and I
Yeah.
think you said it was USC.
Mm-hmm. Dare there.
Are we a verb initial language?
Yeah, we are.
So the agreement marker for the habitual is actually sort of like a pronoun preposition infinitive thing.
Yeah, so that's just a
Okay.
construction, and what we're suggesting here is that there might not be a copula, and so that the bork is just the bork. That's
Yeah.
it. I got all I need. Say, telling I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. I threw it to you. You didn't give it to me. That's a great song.
It's like,
I didn't want to like Sia.
It's like the Copico that flew right past me.
I didn't want to like Sia, but that song is incredible.
Oh, I'd like to say shout out to David's uncle. Happy birthday today.
Yeah. Like, we already celebrated the birthday live, but now they're doing their thing. They're thangin'.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Our Night Petrichor is saying, like, when they did 911 Lone Star, which, first of all, if you've never seen any of the 911 series episodes, oh, let me tell you, wild adventures had by all. The current main 911 storyline, well, I don't know if it's current anymore. It was of this season. They were in space, because that's what happens when you're a 911 operator. You
Yeah.
go to space. Anyway, McKinney Falls State Park, and it's like, hey, here's a desert. Nice.
Oh,
Yes, Tinkwish. That is the one with the meteors.
that's right. It was Laverna's birthday recently.
Yay!
Our own Lavuna. I hear her birthday is actually a recognized
Holiday.
citywide holiday in Baltimore.
Well, it is in Garden Grove. Don't know about Baltimore.
Oh yeah, and I saw that sticker you posted. Amazing.
That I did?
Now, Jonathan,
Oh, okay.
did you see it?
Maybe.
It's honestly incredible. It's like Jonathan's hometown is trolling them.
This was in Discord?
Yeah.
Was it today?
Yeah, it was today. It's pretty recent.
Okay. Well, do something, David. Why?
So
This is how our working life works. I just go, David, do something. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. Incredible. That is incredible. It had not updated for me. So, like, when I opened chat at first, it was just like there was nothing there that's new. So I was like, where did this get posted? And then it updated. And then I saw Danielle's video as well. Okay.
So I have an idea, and like I don't want to type this. I just want to speak it out loud, and I just want to say, can anybody gainsay this? Can anybody find a problem with this? Just thinking about what we have moving forward. What we have written as the infinitive is, at least in these constructions, just the bare form of the verb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so actually where it says swoop, land, flap, we should have the understanding that that is also the infinitive. You know, it's just the stem or the root or whatever. Okay. And it's going to take this agreement, right? And then the participle is actually going to be the bare root plus adjectival agreement. And so the verb will actually agree with the subject in gender in the imperfective only. And you will be able to essentially separate that part out, and that becomes participles, verbal participles.
Okay.
At least active participles. We have not discussed passives or I think we also haven't discussed, I mean, is this an active stative language? I think it is. I don't need to go. Oh my God. Sorry, I just read the latest about 911. Like I'm saying, like they know it's bad. They know it's bad.
And they lean into it.
And they shouldn't get away with that. But I don't know.
Yeah, there's all sorts of crazy things happen in these episodes. I love Gmails. Did you say I love Gmails?
Isn't that what the song is? I love Gmails. Oh, now I've gone past the grammar. What am I looking for?
Something about active stative, but like I don't know that we ever said anything in this language about that.
Where is our marking? We have non-core.
Oh, for the nouns.
So we have locative and we have non-core. And that's it. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? I mean, it's just called non-core. It's not called accusative. It's not called absolutive. It's just called non-core.
Well, it's called non-core because it wouldn't be accusative because that generally is a core argument of the verb. Core is unmarked.
In this case, though, we meant for it to be like marking. So yeah, it's called non-core, but we actually didn't mean that, right? It was supposed to mark the first non-subject.
I don't remember it that way.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it meant like recipients, benefactors, so indirect objects, and possession. I think it's that one. Sometimes, or we used a. But yeah, I don't think we meant it to be the object. I thought that was a whole thing.
Yeah, why would we have called it that then? And when we say we, of course, what we mean is me. I was the one that called it that. So really it should be, why did I call it that? I called it something and then didn't mean it. But Jesse believed I did.
I'm pulling up Patreon because we voted on cases.
Oh yeah, I'm pulling it up too.
See, you write it with a hyphen. I'm going to attempt to search. All right.
I got cash, I ain't got cash, I got all I need. Which poll is it?
I'm looking at poll 9.
Poll
There's
9.
a two-way
Don't worry, I'm going to
system.
scoot it over.
Like you call it non-core, I'm assuming it's not what the verb licenses. And the verb, if it's a transitive verb, it has 2 arguments, and those are core arguments. That's what makes it a transitive verb. You've got a subject and an object, and that's a core case.
However, regardless of what I called it, what I wrote, this is a two-way system. We have the basic form of the noun associated with core case, the key role associated with the verb, and everything else is non-core.
I think what you just did, if you interpreted it that way, is you have introduced ergativity into this language. Because to me, the key role of a transitive verb is the object. Like it's, you kick something.
I mean,
and so then if you're going to use to go as the marker,
mayhaps.
You know, to go is the marker, I would think kick the ball, I go. Like the ball is the core element there, and then like I go.
I would interpret that differently.
Well, that's just what I'm saying. Like if you are going to interpret it that way, in my mind, this is ergativity.
Anyway, B was the winner, but it still has the same core, non-core, but now we have locatives too. What I interpreted that as is the verb gets to decide what its core argument is.
Well, I didn't say it was ergative across the board. I said it introduces ergativity. And so some would just be like the core argument is the subject. Some, I think the core argument would be the object.
And I would think something highly agentive, given that go is the other option, the agent would actually be the core argument. On the other hand, an experiencer verb, the seeing of the thing goes to the person that sees it.
Option C had an ergative. Ah, option C did have an ergative. You're right. I think Magpie said that. Okay.
Where's Miles? Is Miles here? Is my Miles here?
If you're going to break it down that way, it almost feels like it's a motion thing.
Okay.
I threw a ball.
Yeah.
I is the core argument in your way of thinking, and then I threw, and then the ball go. Right? So go makes sense there.
Yeah.
I hit the wall. Hit the wall, I go. Because the wall doesn't move. And hit, in that case, would be more accidental, and so it is not as agentive as you had suggested. Agentivity plays a role.
I suppose so.
Because in general, at least for me, when I hit the wall, it's because I stumbled over something or I turned around paying attention to you instead of where I was walking and I ran into the wall. That's never happened. What?
Wait, was Miles here? Did I waste my Miles time just like doing my thing?
Yeah, I think Miles said goodbye.
Dang.
I feel like a dinner was involved. I may be making that up.
I don't know. Somebody else remembers dinner too.
Oh, yeah, Mateus. I see that, yes. Well, it definitely can be metaphorical, but you can also very physically hit a wall.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do, you're the one in motion, not the wall.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Fuffaloo, you may have made a little typo there, but like I now think we need to have somebody in some language make adior at dinner. Adior. Isn't that sexy? Punching a wall or hitting a wall, like if you're not looking where you're going and you like run into the wall, like your body hits the wall. That could also be hitting a wall.
Okay. Let's
But we definitely need to take non-core away from it because that's going to mess with my head every time I read that. Because to me, if you say non-core, a direct object is core.
You know what I'm going to do, don't you?
Non-agentive, non-moving.
Motile.
Motile. The motile argument. Oh my God. The motile versus a locative. But now do we need to change a locative? Because, when I hit the wall is a stationary location.
Maybe.
Or are they both marked? Because that's a weird thing to do.
The other is sessile, of course.
What? Bless you in advance.
Okay.
See if I bless you in advance, it stops.
You're very precious to me.
No, it's
I'm
still
so lucky.
I still feel it in your throat.
I'm so not just like easy breezy beautiful cover girl.
But maybe you're born with it. And so maybe it's Maybelline.
It's always a depressing thing. It's like maybe she's born with it, and it's like ooh, and it's like maybe it's Maybelline. It's like oh. Feels like it's the same kind of disappointment where it's like, oh, look at this, and they're like, it's AI. Oh.
I, based on what they're looking for, it's never going to be someone born with it. Um, all right. It's never Maybelline.
Anyway, motile and sessile are the names of the two cases in Sylvia Sotomayor's famous series of languages where she reconceptualized all of grammar as being about motion. And it works so well. It's the most brilliant and most original system I've ever seen in a conlang.
And what is the point of categorization except to either call something in motion or provide some location?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go start a new language.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an homage to Sylvia's genius.
Yeah. It's not the first version, but there's a version that's up on Fiat Lingua. Oops. No, I ain't got cash. I ain't got cash. I got all I need.
I would hope that. Well, actually, we could check it. If you're, are you looking up the Fiat Lingua?
I got it.
And does that one work?
That'll work. Get out of here.
What's that?
That'll work. I ain't need your jawing right now.
My.
Trying to con a lang.
My hands are falling asleep from being up.
Why don't you just put them down?
Because
When
it's
you-
kind of hard to type.
Oh, I'm not typing the whole time. When you're not typing, do this.
That'll make it worse.
What about this, Jesse? Would this make it better? Dance like a squirrel, Jesse.
I don't have to dance like one. I am one.
Woo!
Is it the language of motion? I am just blown away by how Sylvia thinks, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah. She's
Like
really-
every time I talk to Sylvia, like I walk away itching to start new projects. It's like, bing, 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 bing. She is
She's good at this stuff.
a mental fireball. That's what she is.
Okay.
And then conversations with John Quijada make me think, why did I do it that way? Like he pushes the justification. Like you did it, but why? She makes me want to just start and do all the projects. Fascinating people.
All right. I've already kind of overstayed. We've already hit the time where I jump up and I let Jesse finish the stream. So.
Done. Oh, we need something to vote on.
Oh, we'll do something with the verbs.
We're going to do something with the verbs to vote on, David says. And it may be, I don't know. Well, I don't know. We have to talk more about how this stuff is going to work. I mean, there's just so many things that we can say about all of these. I don't even know where David wants to go with such a poll. Is it bad that I said that and my first thought was Squidward? I don't know if that was in reference to something we said or something someone said in chat. All action is a kind of motion, not all grammar. Interesting. That's a fun little thing to think about. Oh no, Jonathan! I hope your coughing fit is relieved and relieved smoothly, because sometimes those things like just take over the rest of your day. Just nothing. The mental fireball. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
What do we call the cases? Yes, that should be our whole poll. What should we call them? We
Yeah.
should come up with fun baddie names.
Jonathan, we need to know what Lavuna's reaction was to the coughing fit. What happened? No, I was thinking for the poll. It's going to be two different ways of classifying verb types and their associated cases.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know, with
I'm sorry, my brain suddenly had a freak out moment because I was like, God, David's so blurry. My eyes are dying. And then it dawned on me that I'm wearing my, like, computer glasses, and you're out of range of my computer glasses, and that's why you're blurry. Which, the whole stream you've been blurry. It was just now that, like, my brain noticed and was like, oh my God, your eyes are dying.
I'm wearing my computer glasses, and
so
you
then I
look
started
fine as
laughing.
frog's hair. Yeah.
It's not something I would like to be called yet. There it was. But also, yours are progressive lenses. My computer ones are not. They are just like made for this distance, all from top to bottom.
Huh.
You've got progressives. My regular ones are progressives. I know, right, Jake?
That's the idea.
Right, Jonathan?
That's the idea. Their hair is so short that it's very fine.
Wow, that's a reach.
No, that's the point. Look, I didn't make this up.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Everybody agrees with me.
Just type it on the internet. I didn't make it up.
Sí, es todo el mundo. That's everyone, right? No.
What are you... I mean, no, it is, but like,
Okay.
what are you implying? What are you implying?
That everyone agrees with me. And I was breaking out my... I could also say, tout le monde. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Jake says, just like you, David, so short and just about fine.
Oh, what does that icon mean? Does that mean hot countertop? Leftovers.
And by leftovers, that means
Adieu.
we're having some vegetable stir fry alongside some Italian wedding soup. Not two things you would normally put in a meal together,
Yeah.
but it's what we got in the fridge and what needs to be eaten. And so that is what we're having.
Mm. I'm not even sure. Like, what was the point of that? Like, that's some sort of appliance, right? That's an appliance thing. What Madeline put there, yeah.
The first thing I thought of was a hot, like a hot stone spa stone that you put on like a body. I know that's not it, but like, you know, they heat up the stones and then put them on your back.
Mm.
That's absolutely what I thought.
Mm.
I don't think that has anything to do with that.
Yeah, I think it looks like a burner. You know, like
Fire pit.
one of those phones that you get when you're a criminal. Hot
Springs. Boy, we're all wrong.
Reject optional cookies. Representation of hot springs with steam rising from a circular tub.
Do you see it like why it gets used? Does it say its use in language, conversation?
Common symbol used to represent an onsen on maps in Japan. Outside its original context in Japan, the emoji has been known to be used to represent cooking steam, barbecue heat, or a stove.
Does it represent a hot take?
Woo!
All right, David.
Okay.
We're going to figure out a poll. We have now filled the time. At the end, I'm really sorry, everyone.
Okay.
we were really just filling time because I think David and I both were sort of
Yeah, we kind
at
of
a
hit
moment of like,
We kinda
I don't
hit
know
it.
what to do with this yet, and we need our brains to regenerate.
But like, I'm really happy with this. I'm really excited. Um, but like, um, so like we have transitive, and then transitive agent equals motile. Transitive patient equals motile. Experiencer. Intransitive. Subject equals motile. Intransitive. Subject equals sessile. And then we have.
Sessile has 2 S's.
Does it really?
It
As she did it?
Well,
Okay.
look, it says wrong.
Okay. No, I didn't think it was a real word. I thought.
No, sessile means immobile.
Huh.
I just didn't know that
I
you
thought
would
Sylvia
use it.
just made it up. It has
Yes,
3. By the way, and this is a missile that seems suspicious. Like a missile wearing a mustache and a monocle. Like, what are you doing?
Sessile.
What are you doing over there?
I actually think it always has 2 S's. Magpie said not an American. And
Biology. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's used in biology. Yeah, sessile with 1 S pulls up 0 results on Wiktionary.
Dang. That spelling of sessile is sussile, if you know what I mean.
It's sessile.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. Good callback. Thank you, Jonathan. Well done. And then,
Oh, Patrick, that's a good burn. We need that hot spring mark right now. That was a hot take.
Huh. Well done. I want to do weather, and then what are the verbs that you can push the agent down? Like seam. What's that one called?
Well, you've got several that can do that.
No, I know, but I want seam specifically.
And you're talking like with it clefs?
Yeah.
So clefting.
It seems. He seems. He seems sus. It seems
He is sus.
It seems he is sus. Yeah.
And that's it clefting. And so clefting in general is...
But like there's a special word for seam where it's like semantically transparent or something. I don't know. But this is fine for now. We'll work with this set and come up with 2 plausible ways of making those thing. Oh, right. Oh, by the way, do the Brits, they still say Cecil instead of Cecil? What's the little 1 mean? New members only live stream. Tinglish is afraid so. Dang. Sort of uncle. Was he kind of from Baltimore too? Though actually, I think his mother lived in the UK. That explains it. Moved from the UK to Baltimore or the environs. You think that Baltimore suburbs are called Baltiburbs?
I don't know. There's like a lot of words that can be thrown around, but none of them are hitting what I think you're talking about.
Yeah. Nah, I should just leave it. Just leave it. We're fine with this set. We'll get there. Yeah.
There's all sorts of different kinds of clefs.
Yeah. Jonathan just throwing shade at their uncles. All right. I'm going to call it Jess.
Extraposition?
Nah.
Copulative,
Nah.
but not copular. Okay. All right.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yep.
That's on
Let's
you.
fall in love.
I already did.
All right. Aw. Okay, everybody. We are adior. Stay grammar. Try to keep dry. Remember, you have to be completely dry, both in hair and in clothing, to watch our stream every week. Have a good week, and we will see you from hot and sunny Philadelphia.
I meant to talk to you about that before we announced that.
Right.
Because I don't actually know if we will stream how it's going to work. So anyway, yeah.
Oh. Maybe
Let's-
not.
Let's say tentatively you'll see us next week, but hang tight for an update.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very sorry.
Okay.
We'll see. All right. Bye, everybody.